Start to let your weight kind of sink into the cushion or chair. Feel your spine lifting up, not straining, but staying alert, awake. So for the meditation today, we're going to use loving kindness as a focus. And the way we do that is you start just by noticing yourself. Usually you'll just feel yourself as your body. So just start by tuning into that sense of your embodied presence, a sense of who you are, however you experience that. And now see if you can find some awareness of the fact that you want what's good for yourself. Not in a selfish way or a grasping way, but in a kind of benevolent way, sort of like you want what's good for yourself the same way you want what's good for a child or a puppy dog. You want to be happy, you want to be healthy and robust. And so that feeling, that basic attitude of wanting what's good for you, that's the metta, that's the loving kindness. It doesn't have to be any big dramatic thing or any great emotional thing, although sometimes there is a quality of tenderness or warm-heartedness as part of it. But not everybody feels that. But if you can find that just basic attitude of wishing for the good, then you've found metta. And the rest of the practice is just coming back to that, recentering on that. So finding yourself, finding the sense of self, and then that attitude of positive intentions, good wishes. And we can help ourselves stay centered there by using phrases and saying them to ourselves in our mind. And if you already have done this practice and you have your own phrases, feel free to use those. If you haven't, you can use these phrases. May I be safe. May I be strong. May I be happy. May I be safe. May I be strong. May I be happy. And as you say these phrases, you're just centering on your awareness of yourself, centering on your awareness of that basic attitude of loving kindness, of good wishes. And the phrases are bringing you back. If your mind wanders to something else, you just let the phrase remind you to come back to that attitude of loving kindness and that awareness of yourself. All right, so just check in with yourself, where you're at, and it's quite possible your mind wandered away from the practice. It's natural, and if so, make sure to have some metta for yourself. Really realize that that's really just part of the practice, is having your mind wander and then bringing it back to your object or your focus, which in this case is yourself and your loving kindness towards yourself. So start to come back. Find that place of good wishes, that place of positive intention towards yourself, wanting your true good, your well-being. And then start to speak those phrases, your own phrases, or may I be safe, may I be strong, may I be happy. And as you speak the phrases and send forth those intentions, try not to have any expectations or attachments to what might happen. You're not trying to think yourself into being happy. You're just putting forward a wish. You're just putting forward a hope and kind of just dropping it like a little droplet into the ocean and trying not to have any expectations of what might happen from that, but just doing it for its own sake. Experiment with that idea. May I be safe. May I be strong. May I be happy. All right, great. So you've started to build up, hopefully, some concentration around loving kindness and around those phrases. So now we're going to, just for a moment, take a break from the metta practice and sort of scan through ourselves, scan through our bodies and our emotions to see if we can find something, some aspect of our emotional life that is kind of presenting itself, or that's in our space. And if you feel just pretty calm or neutral, that's okay too. You can take up that feeling of calmness or neutrality as your emotional focus. And if you feel something but you're not really sure what it is, you don't have a name for it, that's also okay. You can just focus in on that area where you're feeling that emotion and just be with that emotion as it is without having to name it necessarily. So if more than one thing has come up right now, just choose one. You're going to have a chance to come back to some of the other ones later. So just pick one area to focus on, one emotion or one feeling in your body. And now we're going to return to that attitude of metta, that attitude of loving kindness. And just as you were wishing yourself these good wishes for your whole self, now we're going to focus in just on this one little part, this one bit of your emotional self. And we're going to speak to it as if it's another being. So we're going to use you and say, may you be safe. May you be strong. May you be happy. So just focusing on this emotion or this part of yourself and finding that place of loving kindness, that place of benevolence or positive intention, and speaking those phrases not as a command, not with any expectation, just as a hope, as a wish. May you be safe. May you be strong. May you be happy. Now, if you choose, you can just stay with this one emotion or this one part of yourself and keep sending that metta towards it. Or if you feel like it, you can also move into a more dynamic practice where you allow your focus to shift. And you find some part of yourself, some emotion, you spend a a minute or two sending it some metta, and then you move on to the next. Whatever is coming up in your inner world, whatever is presenting itself to receive this loving kindness, you graciously, gratefully take that offered part and you send it these positive intentions. So even though the focus is changing from one emotion to the next, one part of yourself to the next, what's consistent is the loving kindness. What's consistent is that attitude of positive intention and those phrases. May you be safe. May you be strong. May you be happy. All right, for the last 5 minutes, we're going to send that metta outwards into the world. So think of somebody you met today during your day, or just somebody even you saw on the streetcar or while you were walking around. You don't have to know this person personally, although you could. And just see if you can call that person to mind. You might focus on a certain feature of theirs or an article of clothing that reminds you of them. It doesn't matter if you see their face completely or if you have a vivid image or if you just have a little sense of who they are, a little memory of that encounter you had with them. And focusing on that person, giving your full attention to them, you can come to that place of wishing the good for them. And even if you don't know this person, you know that they want to be happy, they want to be healthy or strong, they want to be safe. It's your basic human needs, basic human goods. And so you can speak those phrases. May you be safe, may you be strong, may you be happy. And just to finish up, let's, without opening your eyes, just extend your awareness to the whole circle in this room. And you can say, may we all be safe. May we all be strong. May we all be happy.